These two farms are the best solo farms you can do. They were spoon-fed to me by Fyregrass, who was spoon-fed by Palsteron, so huge shout out to the both of them. These two strategies net anywhere from 6 to 12 exalts of raw currency profit per hour depending on your build and efficiency, and they're so easy to do, I'll explain them each in under 2 minutes. Farm number 1. Buy Black Scythe logbooks from TFT in bulk, rolling in bulk with mods your build can handle, and bless orb them until you get better than 50% rolls. Sometimes you'll have 2 Black Scythes you can run in one logbook. In that case, prioritize the chest markers, remnants have additional suffixes, and lastly, artifacts drop from monsters. Open them with Danning and look for 1 large skull on your minimap to see if you have a boss. If you do have a boss, do the next steps while also picking up extra random remnants and placing the last explosion on the boss. Each extra remnant adds an extra 5% to the reroll currency the boss drops, so stack as many as your build can handle. If there's no boss, look for underground areas and artifact chests, and immediately start moving towards those, picking up quant remnants for items or artifacts from chests or monsters. The most valuable part of logbooks is the artifacts you get from the chests and monsters, the reroll currency you get from the bosses, and lastly, how fast you do them. So don't worry about the perfect placement, just go. Use these artifacts and rerolls to mass buy everything from Tujin that isn't a complete scam. Greater sides are the only currency you need to worry about spending, and I wouldn't buy anything less than chances with these. You literally cannot run out of lesser or grand no matter what you buy with them, so YOLO spend these on whatever you want. Don't buy bad clusters, non-level 21 gems, non-deception contracts, fossils worth less than 1C, or non-Chayula and Maricut splinters. Scroll down with your mouse wheel until 70%-ish and double-click purchase in case he doesn't accept the first offer. No matter what, don't spend too much time thinking about what to buy. You'll get a feel for it eventually. Over 100 logbooks, I only had to buy 30 reroll currency in the end. The rest I was able to get myself just from the logbooks bosses dropping during the artifact farming. Again, the most important thing here is just rushing straight for the underground areas and artifact chests and buying quickly from Tujin. Don't spend time planning or thinking in logbooks or wondering if you should buy or not from Tujin. Just go. Farm number 2 is the exact same as before, but will require a much better build because you need to fight Allroth, a much more difficult boss, and I do recommend you watch a boss guide video before taking him on. The second farm makes more money overall, but it is much more complicated. You'll buy Sun logbooks from TFT, then you'll split them with the bestiary recipe if split beasts are cheaper than the cost of a Sun logbook. Do the logbooks with the same strategy as before, but after farming artifacts for Danning, you'll use his reroll currency, burial medallions, to buy 4 main things from him: discounted Black Scythe artifacts, Ostrogali, exotic coinage, and logbooks. This is basically a more complicated Tujin farm that nets Ostrogali and logbooks in the end because you'll be interacting with Danning first and then doing the same exact Tujin buying as before. There's only one thing left to talk about now at the end of the video, and that's exactly how much money I made. Over 100 Tujin logbooks done. I started with 0 artifacts, 0 reroll currency, just so that I could make sure I had as accurate of information as possible. Here's what we have. So first off, I actually had a lot more stacked decks. I started taking them off because I wanted to open all of them right at the end of the stream. And I forgot to take off the auto snapshotting. So there is a difference here of 800 before I noticed. So I went ahead and added all of that back up. So my real total money made was 14,415. I bought my logbooks at about 45 each. Some of them I got a little bit better of a deal for, buying in exalts and whatnot, but that's about 4,500 total for a cost of all the logbooks. So I made 9,915 chaos profit over these 100 logbooks. And so that means at exalts being 158, I made about 62 to 63 exalts pure profit, all said and done, with so much of that being raw exalts, raw chaos, right? If we go down the line, it's just currencies. It's all super easy to sell things. And the thing is too, the chance orbs and the augments, I didn't even vendor up yet. And so the chance orbs are going to vendor 4 to 1, and then I'm going to get a scour from them. So this is going to be a lot of scours. The augments 4 to 1 into alterations. And so I'm going to get a lot of alts out of this as well. And so, you know, it's even taking a little bit less than what it's supposed to be, right? Because 4 chance orbs, you know, it's going to be less than what a scour would be, which was another one of my super huge money makers, right? They're 0.5 each, and I got 1,000 of them. But you can go all the way down the line. It's super easy to sell things. We have like ritual vessels. We have actual good fossils, right? Perfect, prismatic. We have some bound and pristines. And only once we start to get like down a little ways is it starting to be like scarabs or any other random things. But the thing is, we're already at like 12,400, 12,500 once we're getting into like random little 4 and 5C things, right? All the way down here, you know, all of this, you know, there's a couple 8C items. There's a couple like 1, 2C, you know, 16C for whatever. But we've already made the brunt of our money, right? Once we're getting to any random things we would have picked up along the way. So all of it's super easy to sell, right? You're getting raw exalts from the currency drops inside the logbook. You're getting them from Tujin himself. Same with all the chaos and stack decks. And yes, I did open my stack decks, and yes, I did get, you know, pretty lucky. All right. Anyways, huge shout out again to Fyregrass and Palsteron for feeding me with a spoon this information. And shout out to you guys, the homies, for subscribing and liking for good content. All right. I'll see you guys in the live stream though. Bye.